let's remember how the virus works. Using the spike protein on the outer shell of the virus, the coronavirus enters a healthy cell in your lungs through a receptor, and it then hijacks its machinery to replicate exponentially. From there, your experience depends in part on your immune reaction and any underlying conditions you may have. Though we just passed 50,000 deaths in the United States, the vast majority of patients with the disease will actually recover. When they do, we hope that they will possess antibodies and other key immune molecules and cells that are specifically built to fight the coronavirus. These antibodies can be safely donated and potentially used to help other patients with coronavirus. And for that, we extract the convalescent plasma from the patients. The process is like giving blood, but with a twist. Whole blood, which contains red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, antibodies, and lots of other molecules, is drawn from your arm and immediately put into a centrifuge. The spinning, much faster than what you see here, causes the various cells and molecules to separate. Everything but the plasma is sent right back into the body of the person who donates. The plasma eventually goes to a patient sick with COVID-19. Now, different antibodies are targeted at different proteins, but the ones for the coronavirus know their mission. They attach to the spike protein on the outside, and that prevents the virus from binding to the receptors on your healthy lung cells. So the antibody may also tag the virus for targeting by the big guns that are killer cells from your immune system. So that's how convalescent serum works.
Where are we in that process? Is it already in play where people have had coronavirus and recovered are able to do this?
Yes, there are lots of places around the country that are collecting convalescent serum and are trying to reinfuse it into patients and seeing if patients who are sick with the coronavirus actually get better. There's a study at Johns Hopkins, a study at the University of Pennsylvania, where I'm from, and at other institutions around the country. So this is a very promising treatment, but like everything else, we need to subject it to rigorous scientific evaluation, giving the plasma to some patients and not to others who look identical.
Let me ask you this, because you and I talked to Bill Gates about this. Anything we do, whether it's a treatment, a therapeutic as we call it, or a vaccine, requires replication at scale, right? The point is we've got to be able to do this for a lot of people. Is convalescent plasma the kind of thing that we can scale, or does it all depend on donors giving the specific plasma that gets given to patients who need it to recover?
Well, you're absolutely right. You have to collect it from patients who've recovered and then reinfuse it. It's clearly a process that can only be done at hospitals, and it's not a process that can scale to hundreds of thousands or even millions of patients. But it is a process that can be used for thousands of patients who are particularly sick if it works effectively.